with AICN.com, coming to you from my friendly neighborhood local comic book shop, The Gatekeeper, here in Topeka, Kansas, talking with one of the store owners, Dusty Dean, about what we have new this week in the shop. What do we got?
Well, first thing I pulled out of the long box was Incredible Hulk #1, which is relaunching the Hulk series, everybody's favorite big, nasty green Hulk. And I don't want to give away any spoilers, but we've gone back to a more primal and savage Hulk, where he's living in a cave and he's kind of taken over as a King Conan kind of character. And the end gives us a big twist on what we're not used to with the Hulk. The Bruce Banner Hulk dynamic is taking a huge turn in this, and I gotta say I was a little disappointed with it. It was very pretty, but the story just didn't hook me. I don't know if I'm gonna keep picking this one up or not.
So should Hulk fans be a little weary of this title?
I don't know. I'm not a huge Hulk fan myself. I did really like the World War Hulk line, and it kind of had that vibe to it, but it just wasn't quite the same. So I'm kind of at a loss how to describe it, but it has a huge twist. It is a game-changing kind of issue for the Hulk mythos.
Cool. What do we got on the DC side?
Well, DC side is Savage Hawkman #2. And Savage Hawkman #1 did not get off to the best start. It was a little tough to read. They really departed from the Hawkman ethos. And again, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a new direction that the character really hasn't been taken in before. And personally, I just haven't cared for it. And I don't like the art either. It's not inked. It's colored over pencils and a lot of lens flare and Photoshop, and it just not a fun issue to read.
Wow. Well, we have 2 thumbs down so far. Do we have anything to brighten up the rest of the week here?
No, not really. I read Kirby Genesis #4, and I'm a huge Jack Kirby fan, and I have wanted to love this series. And you can tell that the people who wrote it and the people who have drawn it, done the art, have put a tremendous amount of energy into it and a lot of love of their characters from both Marvel, DC, and the Pacific and independent books that Jack Kirby had done. Now, they've got the rights to the Pacific books, but they obviously don't have rights to, like, the New Gods from DC or Thor and Hercules from Marvel, and so or even Devil Dinosaur. And so there are these very thinly veiled references that are legally distinct, but, obvious enough that the observant reader can pick up on who is supposed to be in these books. And again, because I'm such a huge Kirby fan, I want to love this. And Alex Ross's paintings are actually really good, and you can see even when he's just doing the layouts and somebody else is doing the finishing work on them. It's still very good, but the story just hasn't caught me, and it just doesn't have the wonderment or I don't know how to describe it. It's just not as epic as if Jack Kirby were doing these characters. So a little bit of a downer this week.
Wow, rough week.
Yeah.
Well, we'll come back next week. Maybe we'll have some better luck then.
I hope so. Well, there's other stuff coming out. I just haven't read it all yet, but
well, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Well, keep checking back in with AICN.com for the latest news and reviews. I'm John Airy with Dustin Dean.